Good. Hello, ladies. Yeah, I got a lot of leaves from Renee, and I don't want to freeze them. I want to use them fresh, and I've only used not even half of what she sent me. And I was busy all day today, so I couldn't do it earlier. Well, that's very strange, but very cool. I'm always surprised. These are the exact same leaves. I mean, not the exact ones, but the same from the same tree. You can tell the leaves are the same, and they're coming out different from yesterday, which is what makes it so fun. Oh, that stupid auto focus is driving me crazy. I hate it. My husband laughs at me because everything I do with my computer and stuff irritates me and doesn't work. And his is just fine. For the past week, at around, a little after 12, my internet goes out on both of my computers, and I'm not on Wi Fi. And his computer is fine. You go figure that one out. All right. You techie people, you explain to me how we are on the same internet. Both of mine go out at the exact same time. Well, because, they're all the same thing. And his doesn't. I'm over here. I call him up. I said, "You have internet?" He goes, "Yes." I go, "Shut up." And I hang up. Oh, oh my gosh. Then I'm having trouble. You know all the whole story. I'm just so frustrated. It's just like, oh my goodness. I thought all my troubles were going to be over when I got my new computer. But all it has done is exposed new problems. Oh gosh. So, what are you going to do? I just laugh about it. And I'll just go wagga wagga and hopefully it'll go away. I don't know. I just don't know. Switch computers. Yeah, I'm about ready to do that. And mine's better than his. He'd be very happy for me to switch. Ooh, look how cool is that? I like it a lot. There we go. Hey, Patricia. Yep, and I've got some on the stove still. That one should be done when I'm done with this one, hopefully. Now, this is just done on plain copy paper. The one I have boiling right now is watercolor paper. Now, all the quote unquote professionals that do this, the ones that have a lot of experience, they swear by watercolor paper. I don't understand, but when I do it with just plain old copy paper, to me the paper is stronger than the watercolor paper. But people swear by the watercolor paper, so if you're not bored by the end of this, when I go open up the other one, I'll show you what I mean. Whoops, I forgot to put anything in there. Uh-oh, that was bad. Hey, Johnny, what are you up to? Anybody I missed, you know me. I don't look up. I just keep looking down. I think by now you know not to take it personally. These are still from the batch that Renee sent me. Those of you that watched yesterday. And my freezer here, well, that pod didn't do too much. My freezer is practically full. My studio freezer is practically full of other leaves that I've harvested, so I don't have room. Plus, I'd like to use these fresh to see what they do. Now, look, we used those yesterday, those of you that were here. And out of all those prints, I never got any green. And look, today, I did everything identical. I didn't do anything different. I didn't add anything different to the water. And I'm getting green. How strange is that? So just because something prints one way, one time, don't assume it's always going to print that way. Woohoo! See, more green. I like it. Now, I have to, no, it did. I was going to say, sometimes I have to check and see if it was just the composition of the paper, but it did it on both kinds of paper, so it's not the paper, it's the plant. Cool. Oh, see, look, green again. Ooh, how pretty. Now this here is not copy paper. This is mixed media right here. Pretty. Ooh, ooh, look at the green again. Green is really hard to get. And I don't know how I got it. It really is kind of difficult to get the green. There's other colors you can get, and there's ways to manipulate it, but I just got that green, and I don't know how. Same way I lose my internet to my computer, and I don't know how. Life does not come easy to me. Oh, 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 look at that. Now see, one half is green and the other half is brown. Figure that one out. You figure that one out. Explain that one to me. Well, I'm sad that doesn't do anything. I think it has such potential. Ooh, that's that. You get a paper. Just put those together. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Look at all that beautiful green in there. Isn't that pretty? Lovely, lovely. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lovely. Don't want to touch my face. There's something I don't know if it's in this batch, but last year, well, first of all, I have a bad habit of touching my face a lot. I do. Woo! Oh, oh, oh. And one year when I was doing this, I touched my face, and by the time I was done, my whole face twice the size. I don't know if the plant, something that I got, I was allergic to, or maybe in the plant that I got, because I get them from all over the place. There might have been some poison ivy or poison oak that had kind of intertwined, or, the oils had landed on the leaves or something, but holy moly. So now when I do this, I don't touch my face. I try not to touch my face. And then when I'm done, I go and I, heavy duty wash it with some kind of antibacteria stuff, so it's real clean. More green. I do not know what the heck I did. I'm so excited but upset at the same time. What did I do? What did I do? What did you do, boo-boo? I don't know. I don't know. And that's when I joke with people. They go, oh, can you explain how you get that color? No. I'm not being evasive. I don't know how the heck I did it. Ooh. Oh, dear. See, that one didn't even do anything yesterday. But, oh, well. Yummy, yummy. Woohoo. Pretty. Usually it didn't happen this time. Usually all these little tiny leaves fall off, and then it's a real pain to get them all. But it all came up pretty good. Excellent. Oh, this one's from my, this is from my pecan tree. That was one of my leaves. I got a bunch of those in the freezer. Sorry, ladies. I have to keep my eye on this and be delicate. I'll go back and read, or, if you have a question, put it in caps and I'll go back and answer those. I don't want to tear the paper, so. Yeah, see how that falls off. No, this was not very dramatic. Usually the pecan tree prints really good. I don't know what happened. Again, see, it's just different. And that was some of my mimosa that hadn't froze yet. And usually that does something, and it really didn't do that much. Oh, well, maybe once it dries. And it does change once it dries. It gets a little darker. Oh, that's pretty. See, that didn't print there either. Very strange. And that printed better there. Oh, that's pretty too. I like that. I went to the bookstore today to go look at the, art journaling book magazines, stuff like that. Nothing interesting this new crop, at least to me. I think that's why I'd never get a subscription, because it's like half of them don't have anything I'm interested in. And then sometimes I'm interested in everything that's in them. So I think in the long run, it's cheaper for me just to buy them by the issue. Because, they're not cheap. Okay. That all came off there. Ah, yuck. Sloppy, 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 sloppy. Here's a mimosa tree. It didn't do nothing. Oh, here's a little bit of green. Oh, what's underneath? Oops. A little bit of green there. See how strange? A little bit there too. You can see this on the bottom. It got a little toasty. But I like using those in the journals because I like them looking like, somebody dug them up from being buried somewhere. Ooh, it's really toasty in there. That's twice baked leaf. Joke for my Asian friends. Okay. Pour all that nice yummy juice out there. Woohoo! Very cool. So you got the green there. And just a lot of cool toastiness. And a little bit of green there. Yay! And then you don't want to waste all this yummy color. You need to use it all up. I waste nothing. Okay, I think that's probably it. I'm gonna clear this off for the next batch I'm gonna cut. It's probably done. And let me get this out of the way. Give me a second to clear these away. And I'm gonna bring, it's just a small little batch of small pieces of watercolor paper, and we'll see if they even worked out or not. We will find out. I'll be right back. Woohoo! Hot. Okay. Well, that smolders. Let me see what I can read. Okay. These particular batches, Suzanne, I put nothing in the water. Oh, the ones that we just went through, I put nothing in the water. This one, I put red cabbage. That's not a mordant. That's just a dyeing agent. Sure, Lisa. I can put a batch. I mean, put a batch. Put an order together from that batch. Why do my boils get so black? Let me put my magic hat on, and I would say that you're probably putting too much iron in your boils. Miss Paint Girly, I'm guessing. Do you put a lot of, pieces of metal in there? If so, you're probably putting too much. I know, Missy, little leaf, and I get all excited about it. Well, unfortunately, no calming tea. I have iced tea. No calming, so I'm in big trouble tonight. Or you guys. Somebody is. I know, Johnny. That's why I thought I better get these cooked because I'm getting some from Mr. Johnny. So I thought, yeah, I better I better make room for that stuff. Oops. Oh. Yeah, Lisa, I will, most definitely. Okay, I think we're caught up. Hello to everybody. Now, now let's see what kind of goodies we find in here. Let me get a sip. Does this look cool or what? I know, Jennifer, I know you'd like it better if it was orange, but it ain't. I can see the steam coming up. It's like just, woo, very hot. Very hot. And I don't want to cut it because I kept all the lace in one piece so I could use it. Where's the end? Oh, there's the end. Never mind. Hot. Okay. This may or may not have worked at all. So don't be surprised if it's, oh, look. Ooh. Don't be surprised if it's a total failure. But that's the fun part of it. Very cool. I like that. All right, let's see. Woohoo. I guess I'm going to be making a purple journal soon. Lots of yellow. See, we didn't get the, yeah, it's all going to be, see what I'm telling you? It's not the same. And these are all the same, all of the same leaves that Renee sent. And you're recognizing them now, right? But these all came out yellow. Oh, well, that one didn't. That came out with some green. That's cool. Okay, maybe I'm complaining too much. Oh, there's some more green. Okay, shut up, Rosemary. Oh, we're getting some colors. That's good. That didn't do nothing, but that's okay. Everything doesn't have to be a winner. Oh, we got some green from that again. That is so strange. In a good way. Oh, what little, I love that little plant. I don't know what that was. Yeah, look how pretty. It was this little plant. So look how beautiful. I like that little guy. He's got a lot of character. See how unusual it is to get the green? Look! Look what the pot did. How cool is that? I'm liking these. I don't care what anybody says. I'm liking these. For some reason, they look like negatives to me, right? Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Ah, pretty, pretty, pretty. Ooh, and it got some green. Why? I don't know. A little bit more green from that one, too. And look, nothing. It might as well be nothing. Oh, how cute. That's a little, that's from the rose petal. I mean, not the leaf, not the petal, but the leaf from the rose. And there's that little plant again that I like. He doesn't disappoint me. Look how cute he looks. He's a cutie patootie. I swear I could do this all day long, every day. Because it's different every time. And based on past experiences, you're learning something, you know, something new each time you do it too. Look how pretty. That's just what I had wrapped around it. I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, so that's that. We got one more batch. At least this isn't as hot as the beginning. Oh, and I put that humongous one there. I wasn't sure what it was going to do. Ooh, pretty. I don't know what that is. It must be part of that leaf. It'll come off when it's dry. No green. I see some down there, though, further down. Peeking through. Yep, there we go. Oh, it's my little faithful plant that I like. There he goes. He's so cute. Oh, that's pretty. That's from the rose. That's the rose right there. Yeah, that didn't do nothing. Oh, that didn't do anything. Oh, and we know, here we go. Our favorite, at least mine. Oh, look how cute. It looks so pretty and delicate. I like that. Everything doesn't have to be bold and bright and in your face. like that one. I mean, it's beautiful, but I like this, how that looks subtle also. Oh, there he is. Oh. That's pretty. Cool. Yeah, Mids, this is a watercolor paper here. I had these small pieces, so I thought, oh, let's try it. If they work out, you know, maybe some configuration with some cards or something, or a small journal or something I can do with these. It's the rose again. Now, see, that's weird. Another spot I had those and it didn't print at all. And look how dark that came. Oops. Well, that didn't do anything. Pretty green. I think that's the last of it. Yep. I don't think I put anything in there. No, but it did go all the way through. Kind of cool. All right. So You've seen it with the regular copy paper, which was the first batch. And some of that paper in that first batch, the big larger ones, that was mixed media paper like this. This is mixed media paper. And this is watercolor paper. So the plants do react differently, you know, based on the cotton contents of the papers. It does make a difference. And then, you know, the texture of the paper, if it has texture or not, and a lot of different factors. But you learn that, you know, as you play around with it. And what might be the favorite for one person may not be the favorite for another person, because people swear on the watercolor paper, and I actually like the copy paper better. Well, mixed media is probably my favorite. But anyway, oh, there's a little cutie patootie that I like. I think they came out pretty cool. What do you guys think? And this is going to be cool too. This started off, you know, white, white, white. That's a pretty purple. Pretty purple, I think. Oh, first time, huh, Sheila? Kind of neat, huh? It's different. You have to have a lot of patience. People that don't have patience don't like doing this at all, because to get all the papers and to, I mean, once you've already harvested all the leaves, which you have to do all that, then you have to get your papers, and if you want them a certain size, you got to prep them and to the size you want. And then you've got to, you know, position all of your leaves inside of the papers and determine, you know, if you will have a certain placement, or you just want to throw them in, whatever you want to do. And then you got to bind them all up, and then you got to go and whatever way you decide to, you know, some people steam them, some people boil them, some people put them in the oven, whatever technique you choose, you got to do that. That's usually an hour, hour and a half. Then you've got to usually let them cool down a little bit. Then you have to come over and do everything you saw me just do. And then you have to go out and whatever way you decide to dry them, you know, whether you hang them or you throw them all over the floor or whatever it is you're going to do, you got to do all that. And then on some of the papers, it gets extremely warped because they've been boiled. So then some of them, like for me, if I'm going to use them for myself, I don't iron them or anything because I like it that way. But most of my customers, they don't like, you know, crazy. So, you know, I give it a light ironing. Not, you know, I don't get all of the texture out. I just do it very lightly, so at least it isn't all warped up. And there you go. So it's a process. And then when you're doing it with the regular paper, you know, it's very delicate. You know, you do it the wrong way, you tear it, you're gonna get frustrated. Even when you hang it, you can do it wrong, it tears, you're gonna get frustrated. If you do it outside and the wind blows and it tears it, frustrated. So I really do think that either you come to the project with a, you know, personality that's pretty patient about stuff like that, or if you just want to enjoy the process, you learn to be patient. So keep that in mind if it's something you think you might want to do. I might have to do some kind of orange. Well, it won't be a real orange because everything I do natural. Nothing really dyes real orange. About the only thing I have this one seasoning But it comes out more like a burnt orange as opposed to a bright orange. But it looks kind of cool. I might try that next time. Add a little curry to it. Put a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, and it comes out pretty cool. But I do like how these came out. And of course, you know, he's my favorite, that little green guy. And then you can't get frustrated because, like you just saw, those of you that saw some of those leaves I used yesterday, used the exact type of leaf today, and it didn't print. So, and then some came out better. They came out green. So that's another thing. If you like predictability, don't do this. It's very unpredictable. So I did some, what did I use? I'll show you what I used. I wasn't crazy about the color, just in case you guys want to go with colors. Um, the one I really like, I don't have anymore. A lady special ordered them, and I only have like one piece left. They're all gone. I kept just one for myself to look at it, to remember, oh, I need to do that again. Where's my orange? I'm looking. Oh. I'm forgetting my own inventory. Somebody bought them all. I forgot. They're gone. All the orange ones. But I really like this. Now see, these plants I don't have right now because, you know, all the leaves are gone, so I can't do those. And I can't do those because those are gone. Can't wait for next spring to do some more with these. But this was the cleanup. The actual print, I don't think I have any. No. That was where I cleaned up, but that was the color. So it came out kind of cool. So you can imagine that with some prints on it. I guess it was kind of nice. And I think I put a little bit of curry. Just a little bit of curry in this batch. And then this was another batch that I did with the cabbage, but these are the ones that I put on the bottom. So I usually don't put those in my what I sell. I keep them for when I make my junk journals and fill all those in there. I usually just include prints in my my bundles that I sell. But anyway, so that was, I thought that looked pretty on it. And again, this is just a copy paper. This is the mixed media paper, copy paper, and this is printmaking paper. That's probably my second favorite, is the printmaking paper. But it's not cheap, so I use it basically for special orders. But anyway, what do I do with my cleanup papers? I usually use those in my journals and my personal journals that I make to sell, because you need to have blank pages. You know, everything can't be printed. So I have a big old pile of what I call my my junk papers, and they end up going inside of most of my journals. They're my favorites. And my burnt up file folders. Woo-hoo. Let me show you what those look like. I think one of these days I'm just going to do a whole bunch of burnt up file folders because I like them. Like these were some of the cleanups from yesterday that I just had on the bottom that I dribbled some of the stuff on. So I love stuff like that. And then this was I had this also on the bottom when I was doing something, and that's all gooey and corroded, and I love that. And these, when I put them to do the boil, I put this on top of the whole bundle. Then I have this little cheapy rack that I put on there, and then I pile some weight on it, and that's what gives that design. So I like that. And where are my other cleanup ones? These are just, no, those aren't. Oh, this one really got toasty. I don't even think I can use that because when I try to bend it, I mean, it's just plain old burnt, but I still like it. I can use other parts of it. And this was on the bottom, gets all burnt. And this too, file folder, very crunchy. Ooh, really cool. And these are just more cleanup papers where I lay things on top. And this was on the bottom. This one had a lot of curry in that one, so you can see what happened to that. And this one too, nice and crunchy. And then I folded up a whole bunch of paper and just put it on the bottom. And doesn't that look cool? I mean, it's just really burnt to a crisp and full of yummy goodness. So that's about it. That's what I do. I don't waste anything. Oh, here's some more beautiful crunchy paper. More crunchies. You thought I was kidding. And what else? One lady says, "Oh, I want to buy just some of your crunchies." I go, "Okay, whatever." They are one of a kind. She showed me pictures of what she did with it, though. It was pretty cool. What are those doing down here? Those are kind of cute. How come I have them down here in my messy stuff? I like those. Maybe my taste has changed. Yeah, what are those doing down here? Those are kind of cool. Wait a minute. I think I'm just discovering some stuff down here I didn't know I had. Hey. Oh, see, those are cleanup, but this one just looked a little bit better than the rest. I'm going to put that to a side. That's a nice page. I mean, a real page, not a... See, these aren't. Those are... That must have been a fluke. I accidentally put that in there. Well, that's a cool page. I like that. I like that one too. I like that. These have some cool prints on it. What are they doing in the bottom of that? I guess because I piled other things on top, as you can see. What do I care? That's pretty. See, those are like really cool pages for me just to put in my journals that I make. I'm going to set those up because I do like the colors on those. And this one. Okay. I'm glad you asked. I have some more down here. What is this? No, these are just more cleanup ones. And some of these I do on purpose so that I'll have some textured pages that aren't full of prints. And so basically how I get some of these, maybe not necessarily those, but when I lift up one page before I take off the leaves, I'll get a sheet and lay it on top and just, make like a print, and then pick it up, flip it over, and do it on the next page. That way I have something on both sides, and I'm really just slopping up the moisture that's left over from the leaves. That's why I say it takes hours and hours if you count from the actual beginning to the end. It's not like going and copy dyeing your paper. And these are just cleanups. I got a lot. I got to get busy. Ooh, how cool. Look at that one. Okay, I'm glad I'm looking at these. I'm getting inspired all over again. All this away. So I keep all this in a big bucket. All of my cleanup stuff. I call it cleanup stuff, but I use them all. Whoops. Alrighty. I guess class is over. Any questions? All that goes back in the other section. Yeah. This goes here. I want to use those on my crunchies. And there we go. And I have a whole bunch more. That was just that bucket. I think I got 2 more buckets full. Because I do this like I guess like every other week. I'll do it for several days. I just boil and do my papers all day long for a few days. Like probably all this weekend I'll be doing it too, finishing up all the stuff that Renee sent me and stuff that I have out in the yard. And then I got stuff coming from Johnny, so I'm probably going to do that at the beginning of next week, whenever that comes in. And then I'll have a nice little stockpile of paper. Okay, let me see. Any questions? I know that crunchy pile is the best pile. Ever used walnut or red maple? I don't have any around me. Um, so the answer is no. I would love to. I would love to. I just what was it I got? Oh, oh, I wish I could remember the name of that plant. Can't remember the name of that one. But there's this one. It's a bush. They call it a bush, but if you just don't maintain it, it turns into, a nice sized little tree. And it's called a fire bush. It's kind of nondescript. It does, it's nothing special. I don't even know why it's called that, because it doesn't even give off anything that remotely looks red or bright or flashy. But boy, it when you use that to do your boils, oh my goodness, they come out gorgeous. And there's this other one called a smoke. What's it called? I wrote them all down. I can't remember right now. When springtime comes, I'm going to get me two of those bushes and see if my squirrels and my gophers and everything else don't eat it, eat the roots or the top or something. So, yeah. So we'll see. So those two plants I want. And then what I've decided this coming spring, because my old Rottweiler that used to come into the area here right outside of my studio, he can't go downstairs anymore. So we have a ramp and it goes off into another section of the yard off the porch that isn't, part of my little space. So what I've decided to do, because it's not real big at all and most of it's taken up by little walkways, I'm going to just seed wildflowers, and I'm not going to maintain the lawn. I'm not going to do anything. It's just going to be, I'm just going to seed the wildflowers and see what happens, and see if I'm going to put for the different seasons of the year. I mean, yeah, of the summer, springs and summer and fall flowers, and see what happens. I mean, if it looks like really, really gross and it looks spooky, and well, I told my husband, well, then we'll just mow it down and, start all over. But but that's what I want to do, because there's so many wildflowers that print so pretty. And I don't want to go around all over the place hunting for these wildflowers when I can just seed that little spot and go for it and see what happens. So that's the plan. We all have plans, and sometimes they don't work out, but I hope it does. Because I know the Cosmos print really, really nice. And I used to have, before I even did any of this stuff and knew anything about it, I used to plant the Cosmos, and my husband would just get so aggravated, because if you just went by it, you get all those little stickers from not really stickers, it's the seed, but they might as well be stickers, because they go, and they pierce you. And you can't get them out of your clothes. It gets on the dog. It is a mess. It's a pain. So I thought, well, if my husband doesn't have to come into my little section of the yard to do any mowing or anything, then I'll feel free to plant some cosmos where it won't irritate him when because he won't have to pass by him. So I'm going to plant those for sure. The orange ones. Somebody said the pink ones print too, but I've never planted the pink ones, so I'm going to grow those and see what happens. Ooh, walnuts. Okay, now don't laugh at me, anybody. Um which tree is it where they get the? Oh, I was gonna ask something really, really stupid. It must be the walnuts. Isn't it the walnut ink that you make? It is walnut ink, right? That brown ink. Am I making up things in my head? Oh, the black walnut. Because you get the what is it? The not those what's those things called? See, I hate when I start talking about things when I forget the names of everything because I don't have it around me, so I've forgotten. But you know that part of the tree that falls to the ground that gets fought off by the plant that was some kind of a parasite or something. You know what I'm saying, right? I think you know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, um, it's a perfect thing for making ink and dyes and all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, they're heavy. Oh, I gotta see if they have any. They've got to have some in this part of the country. I mean, because we have oak trees. Um, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to look up on the internet the leaves because there's this one tree um off in it like two streets over where it's just vacant land that it had leaves really similar to my pecan tree leaves. But I was swore that off in the distance, I didn't get real close to it because I thought it was a pecan tree, and I have plenty of those leaves. But I thought that the nut on it looked a different shape. I wonder if the leaves are very similar, the walnut and the pecan, and I've just been driving past them because I thought they were pecans. The green part. Oh yeah, the pecan trees. That's what right there, that's a pecan tree right there. And that right there is pecan. Right there. They do better in the fall, but they will print any time of the year because you'll find out when you start doing this. I should have done this at the very beginning, but now I'm just kind of doing it from memory. But you'll find you need to have like a little book. It's almost like a recipe book until you really get used to what all your plants do because some plants will print the same all year round. Some won't print certain times of the year and then they'll print on another time of the year. And so you have to like keep testing and figuring out when your leaves prints. And I've told my students, when you um, try something and it doesn't work, well, try it again in 3 months because, everything is so seasonal and all of the nutrients and the different types of things that are inside of your plant are changing with the seasons. So, you can't give up. So it's good to have a little journal and say, okay, I did the pecan trees, in May. Did I like it? Didn't I? Put a sample of what it looked like, and then try it again like in August. What did it look like? Did I like it? What did it do? And then, of course, do it again in the fall. And then you're going to see how, whether it's flowers, leaves, or weeds, because the weeds, oh, there's so many weeds out there that print so cool. I don't know the names of any of them, but, whatever kind of weeds are in your area, you need to test those out too. And some of those flowers and weeds, they have a very short period in the early spring where they come out. And some of those things are only out for maybe a week or two, and then they're gone. You don't see them anymore. So you got to have like a little eagle eye. You're in the States, Sheila, right? In the United States? You're not in Canada or anything, are you? I know within the United States, there's nothing wrong with it. But going from country to country, that I don't know. Yeah, Lisa, it is. It's a science for sure. Oh, yeah, that's not a problem, Sheila. I know that Laura, she sent me peonies or peonies, depending on the part of the country you live in. She sent me some leaves from that. I got some of those printed. That was kind of cool. And who else sent me some stuff? I got some eucalyptus from California. That was cool. And I'm getting some stuff from Georgia via Florida. And then this last stuff I just showed you came from Texas, minus the pecan stuff. That was mine. And this right here is hydrangea. It was funny. They were telling us that we were going to have that freeze. You know, hydrangeas, they cannot handle the freeze, right? Those leaves. So the day before, it was weird. Our weather was very strange. It was like 70 degrees, and they told us that the next day that it was going to be like 50, and then the next night was going to be 19. Of course, that everything was going to freeze. So that whole day, I just got as many of those as I could get and put them in my bags and put them in the freezers. So at least, I'll be able to print with those during the winter and the spring, because the leaves aren't ready to print with until late spring, early summer. So I'll have plenty to play with. I would not put them in plastic, because you're going to get whatever moisture is around. I would just put it in, a paper bag of some kind. That's what I would suggest. Just a paper bag, and then put it like, whatever you're going to put it in, a manila envelope or a box or whatever you're putting them in. But just put them like in a paper bag of some kind. Or wrap them up in newspaper, anything that, is paper, so it doesn't get moldy. You got in trouble bringing a load of wood. Huh. Yeah, the snow might be a factor. Oh, that's funny. It's just like me putting them in the freezer. They're well taken care of right now. Lisa, I know, that's why I tell people, because I don't want people to get frustrated. And everybody knows their own personality, if they'd be able to handle doing something like that. I mean, if it's your, if you can handle it, it's a lot of fun. If you can't, you're just gonna throw your hands up in the air and, throw all the leaves outside. Somebody was going to send me some eucalyptus. My eucalyptus connection moved from California. So Dawn was the one that sent them to me. Now she's up in, where is she, Washington, Oregon? I forget where she moved now. Anyway, she's out of California. So, and there's so many varieties of eucalyptus. There's you know, and I tried getting some from the local florist here, but I got like 2 or 3 different ones and none of them worked. And I mean, there's literally hundreds of varieties. So there was just no way that I could just keep guessing, you know. And it's weird because they have a different name, but the leaves look almost identical. And and it just, but anyway, it just happened that Dawn, in the area that she lived, there was eucalyptus trees all over the place. So she sent me a whole bunch and I printed with them. Oh, they came out beautiful. So then she sent me another batch and they did absolutely nothing. And I said, Dawn, did you get those from the same place or a different tree? And she goes, no, I got it from a different tree. And I said, well, that tree doesn't print. She goes, oh no. So that's how tricky all this stuff is. Yeah, Miss, it does. And so when I would boil them, oh, it just smelled really good in here. Real refreshing. It opens up your lungs and all that. Because a lot of the stuff that I do, I open up the windows, I have the exhaust fan on and all this stuff, you know, because some of these things, you know, you could be allergic. You know, they could have who knows what's inside of some of these leaves, you know. But eucalyptus, yeah, they use that in a lot of different, like the oils and things like that. So yeah, then I wasn't afraid of that stuff. I just let it boil. It smelled good. And my husband came and goes, "What's that? Is that eucalyptus?" Ooh, he goes, "That smells pretty good." Okay, what time is it, you guys? It's already that time. Oh, let's see. So next thing I'm going to do is I have to try and see if I can figure out what's going on with my computer. My husband's going to come and kind of look at it again for me. And yeah, it's just crazy. One computer won't recognize my camera when it comes to YouTube. The other computer won't let me get my videos and move them over to a file that will allow me to upload them to YouTube. So that's why that little collaboration that I did with Susan, I had to do it live. And so what I did is I did it live, a private live, so that I didn't go on live. So it was private. And then her and I just released it at the same time the next day. And then I just made it public and then it went on. And that was the only way I could do the video. So that was a little weird. But oh well. What are you going to do? Yep, it is going to be 9 o'clock here. Just before I go now, I wanted to show you something that I just thought was adorable. I guess because I do like my plants and my trees. Look at this. Is this cute or what? I think it is so cute. And what you do is it has, you know, all the numbers. You can put the month, I mean the date, whatever the date is. Today is the 6th. And then, which I thought was extremely clever, is it has these little pieces of wood and it has all the months on them. And so all you have to do is twist them and they fit. They're the same height. And there you go. Is that cute or what? Now, the best part, Autofocus drive me crazy. The best part is I got that at the Dollar Tree for $1. Run, don't walk. When I got mine, it was the last one of that kind. They had like 4 or 5 different kinds, but they were real infantile, shall we say. This one to me didn't look infantile. And it was the last one, or I'd have gotten all the ones they had. So I have to run an errand tomorrow. We have 3 Dollar Trees in my town. You know what I'm going to be doing. 3? Yeah. You know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can find some more of those. I just think they're so cute. And then I was thinking this would be kind of cool. The concept would be cool to make, because you could just make little squares and you could do the whole thing. And I thought what would look really cute is if you took the same concept and did it with like a small tin, like the Altoid tins, so that you could close it and have it on your desk, or you could open it up and that would be your little calendar in there, and do the same type of thing. And it'd be very compact, and I think it would make a super cute gift, for the coming year. Well, any year really, because it doesn't matter. You just flip it over every day. That's what I say. I love all that stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, but the cutesy stuff, no. I'm not into the cutesy stuff so much. I might like it, but I won't get it. I mean, I might appreciate it, but I don't get it. This was more my speed. All right, ladies, 1 minute to 9. I think I will let you guys go. And I think I'm going to go put another batch in. It's still early enough for me to go put another batch in there and see what happens. It'll probably be pretty much the same because I'm going to use the same papers and the same leaves. So I'm pretty sure it'll come out the same. All right, ladies, if I have anything new and exciting to share with you, I will be back sometime. I don't know when. So I'll get some stuff together for you, Lisa. And then I'll let you know when I got it all together, because I got stuff all over the place over there. And you were wanting more specifically from that was the batch from today, right? Yeah, today's batch. Yes, ma'am. All right, so I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, Kathy, I didn't know you were here. See, I didn't see names. I'm bad. That probably means that Betty's here. So Betty lurks. She never says hello. She never says anything. And then when I'm getting ready to leave, she goes, "Good night." Betty, are you here? Hello, Betty. Maybe she really isn't here this time. Where's Betty? Where's Betty? Hello, Betty. Crazy girl. How much are my papers? I do 15 pages for $25. And I do different types of papers, unless sometimes the people want full regular pages like this, because they're going to use them in a journal. And then sometimes they want a variety of different types, to work with. In general, I put a combination, but when they specifically want a certain, just, one size, I accommodate that. Not a problem at all. You've been here all along, Kathy. Oh my goodness. I bet you Betty's back there, but I haven't seen her say anything. I haven't seen her say anything. Oh well, I guess she's disappointing me. Or she's just tricking me. Because she's always there trying to trick me. All right. It's already 2 minutes after. I talked too much. All right. Talk to you ladies soon. Thanks again. Good night.